Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, April 8th, 2020, day 23 of our daily isolation collective experience. I have a fairly longish poem for you today, so I'm going to get to that rather quickly. I hope you're all doing well. We're midway through our fourth week, and I had an interesting not conversation, but my good friend David Graves sent me a note last night talking about this whole social distancing thing that we're doing that made me give pause to sort of the terminology that we're using and to think about the differences between sort of physical distancing versus social distancing, and his thought was that that a lot of the terminology, some of the terminology that we're using, sort of adds to our collective depression and anxiety, which is social distancing, right? Because technically we're not social distancing. I am here with you on social media. This is not distancing. This is as intimate as and connected as we can get. And rather, we should actually be stepping up our social collectiveness, togetherness. We should be trying to become closer through this media, called, that is, social media, or via the phone, or through our writings, or through our art, or whatever the case. We should be trying to come together rather than distancing, and he suggested that we call it physical distancing rather than social distancing. As the great writer Richard Bach from Jonathan Livingston Seagull and Illusions wrote that the opposite of loneliness is not togetherness. The opposite of loneliness is intimacy. The opposite of loneliness is not togetherness, it's intimacy. So the question then is, can we be intimate and not together? Can we be intimate and not physically together? I don't know. What do you think? It's harder, isn't it? It's harder to have connectivity without that physical element attached to it. It's certainly a different world. Interesting. I don't know. Well, thank you, David, for that. It's something to think about. I think we should all, at any rate, I certainly agree that one of the things something that we should all be trying to do is come together like this. We have our words, we have our videos and our pictures, and it's a world of social media out there. That's why they call it social, right? So, and all of the same rules apply, or should apply, in social media as they would in sort of physical connectivity. Be kind, try to help people, do what you can, be empathetic, be aware of other people's, that you have no idea what other people are going through. All that stuff still applies, even if we can't shake each other's hands or give each other a hug. Tell me what you think. I'm curious to play with that idea a little bit. So yesterday was the big pink moon, the big pink supermoon, and that was pretty cool. I hope some of you actually got to see it. We did get to see it a little bit before it clouded over. It was indeed pinkish colored and super. So in honor of that, my friend Priscilla Merrill suggested the great Mary Oliver poem, Pink Moon, the Pond. And it's a great suggestion. It's a little bit longer, so I'm going to get right into it. But it's a beautiful poem. Mary Oliver, the great New England writer, who just passed away last year before, something like that. A great outdoors writer. And just listen to some of the drama of this poem. It's very nice. So here we go. Pink Moon, the Pond, Mary Oliver. Hold on. David also is the one who suggested that if I don't take a sip of my coffee before reading the poem, I'll flub the poem. So thanks, David. Pink Moon, the Pond, Mary Oliver. You think it will never happen again. Then, one night in April, the tribes wake trilling. You walk down to the shore. Your coming stills them, but little by little the silence lifts until song is everywhere, and your soul rises from your bones and strides out over the water. It is a crazy thing to do, for no one can live like that. Floating around in the darkness, over the gauzy water. Left on the shore, your bones keep shouting, "Come back!" But your soul won't listen. In the distance, it is sparkling like hot wires. So, like a good friend, you decide to follow. You step off the shore and plummet to your knees. You slog forward to your thighs. You sink to your cheekbones, and now you are caught by the cold chains of the water. You are vanishing while around you the frogs continue to sing, driving their music upward through your own throat, not even noticing you are someone else. And that's when it happens. You see everything through their eyes, their joy, their necessity. You wear their webbed fingers, your throat swells, and that's when you know you will live whether you will or not. One way or another. Because everything is everything else. One long muscle. It's no more mysterious than that. So you relax, you don't fight it anymore. The darkness coming down, called water, called spring, called the green leaf, called a woman's body, as it turns into mud and leaves, as it betas in its cage of water, as it turns like a lonely spindle in the moonlight, as it says, yes. Because everything is everything else. We're all connected, folks. And we all need each other right now. Even if it is like this, we all need each other right now. So, stay connected, be kind, reach out to the people that you love, reach out to the people that you like. Maybe even make an effort to reach out to the people you don't like. Wash your hands, and I will catch you in the morning. Take it easy, everybody.